Welcome back. All year long, but especially around Valentine's Day, romance scammers are hard at work looking to get you to part with your money.
Yeah, according to the FTC, 70,000 consumers lost $1.3 billion to romance scams in 2022.
And scammers are now taking it to the next level, stealing significantly larger sums of your money and even leading victims into becoming criminals themselves.
19 consumer investigative reporter Jen Pachano explains how they're doing it so you don't become the next victim.
81-year-old Glenda thought she'd found the love of her life online. What she found was a criminal.
He told me that he was a U.S. citizen and was working in Nigeria. He asked me for money to help with his business and help leave Nigeria.
The scammer sent her electronics to pawn and instructed her to send him the money. She ended up being what the FBI refers to as a money mule, someone who transfers and moves illegally acquired money on behalf of someone else.
Bank employees, local police officers, and federal agents told me that my love was a scam and that I needed to stop or I could go to jail.
Despite never meeting or having spoken to this love, she didn't heed the warnings and ended up pleading guilty to 2 federal felonies. Yvonne Costala's Harlan found herself roped into a romance scam with a person she connected with on Tinder.
I didn't think I was desperate, but, looking back, I acted as if I were.
They developed a relationship while the scammer wove a tale about working in construction out of town, always finding a reason to cancel when they were supposed to meet in person.
And then all of a sudden, she says, "Oh, I love you."
He sent flowers and cards. They talked about their interests, deepening the connection.
People who haven't had that experience don't realize that someone sort of courting you virtually it feels real.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the rules. I know you're supposed to meet people, but then you get hooked.
In North Ridgeville, an elderly woman recently sent more than $100,000 to someone she thought was a romantic companion. According to the police report, he requested money to be transferred from a money market account of hers to a checking account, and then she arranged for a wire transfer to him. Cheryl Harris is with the Cuyahoga County Scam Squad, which tracks and investigates scams like these.
And there was a huge jump in these in the last couple of years. It's just, they're really high dollar scams. They take a little more time, they're long cons, so it takes a scammer a little more time and a few more interactions with you, but they're able to get much larger amounts of money.
She's seeing an alarming trend emerging involving next-level sums of money being stolen.
Scammers are saying, well, I'm very wealthy and I can help you invest so you can become wealthy too. And so it appears that these are growing.
Harris says these romance-turned-investment scams escalate rapidly.
This is very toxic for people, and it's huge dollar losses.
Yvonne's scammer, who also tried to get her to launder money, used classic moves out of a scammer's playbook, including the big emergency.
There was an explosion at my work site. He sent me a picture of him in the hospital. I need you to help me. I need to send you some money to buy computers. All the computers were destroyed.
A reverse image search on social catfish helped Yvonne uncover the real identity of the man in the pictures. She suggests other people do the same.
That was so helpful to me to actually see this man stole, whoever I'm speaking to stole pictures. And to see the real person, it was irrefutable evidence that I had made a mistake.
She also says, follow your instincts and listen to your friends and family. Don't isolate yourself.
That's one of the things they do. This guy fussed at me. He said, don't talk about our relationship. It's private.
In the case of the North Ridgeville victim, it was a fraud alert from her bank to her daughter, who is also on the joint account, that eventually put a stop to the 6-figure theft, freezing accounts before the funds got in the wrong hands. But too often, by the time someone discovers what's happening, the money's long gone.
It's usually not the victim, but a loved one who first sounds the alarm about a potential romance scam. But when they try to put a stop to it, it's often a mess, and the victim doesn't believe they're being had. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we have solutions for people who think someone they love is involved in a romance scam. Jen Pachano, 19 News.